Greetings, this is m squared, and we're going to multiply some binomials. Notice that these binomials have coefficients in front of the x's, so the last one we did were really basic ones. But again, I'm going to review what we talked about with the FOIL. Some people teach this way to multiply two binomials. So FOIL is an acronym. It stands for firsts, outers, inners, lasts. Just to remind you what firsts means, it means the first two terms in each parenthesis. The outers are the outsides in both parentheses, so the outside of it all. The inners are the insides, including the signs, I should say. And then the lasts are the last one in the first parentheses and the last one in the second parentheses. So just so you know what we're talking about when we do firsts, outers, inners, and lasts. So this first problem, to multiply these, we start with the firsts. So we multiply 4x times 2x, and we get 8x squared. Because an x times an x is an x squared. So you multiply the coefficients and then the variables. Then when our outers, when we multiply those, we get 4x times 3, which is 12x. Our inners, we get negative 5 times 2x, which gets us a negative 10x. And our lasts. Some people think that makes a little face, like with little eyebrows and a nose and a mouth. Sometimes that's how people figure out and remember how to do it. But anyway, that was a negative 15. That was a side note. These two are combinable. They are like terms. So to rewrite that and get the final simplified answer, we're going to combine like terms. And 12x minus 10x is 2x. So that's our final answer on that one. Over here, firsts, 2x times x, or x times 2x, it doesn't matter which way you say it. We get a 2x squared. We get our outers, it gets us a 3x. Our inners, negative 6 times 2, is a negative 12x. And our lasts, negative 6 times negative 3, is a positive 18. Some people like to change those negative signs. I don't. Some people like to make it a plus a negative. Remember, subtracting a number is the same thing as adding the opposite of that number. So minus 6 is the same thing as plus a negative 6. So if you like that better, go for it. I don't usually do it that way. Let's combine our like terms. We get 2x squared, negative 15x when we combine negative 3 and negative 12, and plus 18. I will say that the most common mistake I see students make is that they forget about these signs. They'll remember this one, but they'll forget this one. So make sure you're keeping track of the sign in front of the term. If it says minus 3x, it's the same thing as plus a negative 3x. So be careful with that. There you go. Next one, notice that there's an x and a y, and I forgot to put a little y there. There's supposed to be a little y there, so that we have nice, pretty like terms. So our firsts, we get 4x times 3x, which is 12x squared. Then our outers, we get plus 8xy. Our inners, we get a 3xy. And for our lasts, we get a 2y squared. And so, again, these ones are combinable. And when you're starting out multiplying binomials, a lot of times they make ones where the outers and inners are combinable. It doesn't mean that it's always that way, but it is a lot of times. So when we combine those, we get a plus 8xy and a plus 3xy. So since they're both xy's, we can combine them, and we get 11xy's plus 2y squared. And that's our answer there. And over here, we have another variable out there. I wanted to show you at least one like this. So our firsts, we get 2 times x times y times y, if you want to think about it that way. So it's 2x squared y squared. When we do our outers, we get a negative 5xyz. Our inners get us a plus 6xyz. And I'm running out of room, I'll write it below here. And then when we do our lasts, we get a 3z times a negative 5z, which is negative 15z squared. Again, these are xyz's, so xyz's are combinable. So we get a 2x squared y squared. We combine these, 6 minus 5 of them is one of them. You can write a 1. You could just write xyz too, plus xyz, if you didn't want to write the 1. And then a 15z squared. That's how you do these multiplying binomials with a few extra exponents and coefficients in there. Hope that was helpful. This is M squared, signing out.